I figured it's time. I'm gonna rank the last 10 NBA finals, well, the past 11 NBA finals from pretty much worst to best. If you see the list, I got the one, top three, top five, top 10, and the number 11. And we're gonna go from bottom to top here. And I think the worst one within this stretch had to have been this Heat um Heat versus Spurs 2014. You know, just it was over in 5. It seemed like after the second game it was over. It was very boring series. There was really no close games. Just not even much to mention about it. LeBron's last series in Miami, but yeah, there's not really a whole lot to mention about it, and that is actually this one right here. This one will be much higher. After that, I think that we're gonna have to go with the we will go with this series right here at the number 10 spot with the Raptors and with the Warriors. You know, the Raptors, they won the series. It was the first ever championship for Toronto. That's awesome. But at the same time, a lot of people got hurt. Like Clay tore his ACL, I'm pretty sure. Kevin Durant only played all of like 5 minutes in this entire series. Wasn't really what we thought it'd be. So that's why it's going to go at number 10. Um, and then I think the next one that we're going to have to go to at this point will have to be the 2018 Warriors when they swept LeBron and the Cavaliers. That was the Cavs team where they had to trade everybody in the middle of the season. Um, LeBron was pretty much the only player. He had like 51 in that first game, and they somehow ended up losing it because of the J.R. Smith pass and all that. Don't even want to get into it, but I would say not the best series. Was pretty much over after that. LeBron like apparently busted his hand, so that's why it's going to go at the number 9. I think after that you got to go directly to the Lakers. The Lakers in the bubble title. Not the craziest of series. There was like one really close game between where the Heat were able to pull it out. Danny Green missed like a wide open three that would have sealed the championship at 5, but went 6. Game 6 was a blowout, but it was a little bit more entertaining than the other two series. I feel like because it had like a close game and all that. Like maybe I think it's good where it's at. After that, I would have to go with probably the Denver series here. Nothing that crazy with it. The Heat put up somewhat of a fight, I guess, but it was similar to that series with the Lakers. It was a little bit better at moments, but nothing to write home about. Wasn't insane. I think it's good where it is right there at number. I believe we are at that would be 7. That would be 6 at number 6. And then at number 5, I would have to say probably the Bucks series right here. The Bucks series, just because well, actually no. I'm gonna pause on that. I'm gonna put this KD's first title, where it was a lot closer series than people really think. Cavs, I think in that game 3, they really had him. KD hits that big shot in front of LeBron that changes the course of the series. Like then after that, the Cavs would go on to have one of the like best shooting performances in the finals ever to beat them in game 4. Obviously, it just wasn't enough, but who knows if they would have tied that series 2-2 like it was looking like they were going to do. Could have been a lot better of a series, but I don't think it was a terrible series. I think it was closer than we think. That was the best version of the Cavs within that stretch was the 2017 Cavs. The Warriors they had added Kevin Durant. They were just better at that point. After that, now I'm going to put the Giannis series. I think it's got to go here because the Suns, they did have that 2-0 lead on them, but obviously Milwaukee triumphed back, got back in the series, and I think they went on to win all four of the other ones. So they went on a heck of a run. Giannis got it done. I think that was Milwaukee's first title since like 19 like 70 or something crazy like that. But, to come back from 2-0 is always an interesting series. So you got to put that there. Um, After that, I'm going to go, and actually, I'm going to make a slight change here. I am going to make a slight change here. So this is actually going to go to number 5. I forgot about this series, which is going to go in that number 6 spot. Celtics, Warriors 2022. Actually, a lot closer series than people thought it was. A lot of kind of back and forthness. I had the Celtics winning it, but they found a way. I don't think it quite cracks the top 5. That's why I'm going to go back on it. But it was a very interesting series. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, kind of dueling with Steph Curry. Clay was all right, and Jordan Poole played pretty well. But yeah, it was an interesting series, but I don't think it quite cracks the top 5. Number 3, this series was actually sneaky good. The Warriors' first title ever. LeBron was playing. This is the Matthew Dellavedova year. Kevin Love is hurt. Kyrie gets hurt in the first game of the series. I think 2 of these games went to overtime. For game 1 was, I think game 1 was the overtime game. Crazy game. Cavs took the 2-1 advantage, and then obviously they kind of ran out of steam, but the games were still really close, and it was a very interesting series overall. The number 2, you got to put this Miami-San Antonio series 2013. It looks like it's the first, I'm pretty sure like game 1 or game 2 was a crazy game. Tony Parker had to hit some crazy shot, but then you go into it, they're up 3-2. It looks like it's over. LeBron goes on this crazy his headband gets, I'll never forget, his headband got like knocked off, and he went on this crazy like scoring run, brought him back in the game. And then he misses this 3. Bosch gets the rebound, kicks it out to Ray Allen. He hits the shot, one of the greatest shots in finals history, ties the game, goes into overtime. Chris Bosch gets that big block on Danny Green, and then they go to game 7 where LeBron hits that big clutch shot. The game was neck and neck, and then he hits that big clutch shot that's always forgotten about to put them up by 4 points. It was a crazy series, one of the greatest all time, but I think this other series might be the greatest of all time. Definitely the best on this list, and that's the 2016 Cavs championship team. So many storylines for this. I mean, first off, you got to just go into the fact that Cleveland had never won a title before. The Warriors, 73 wins, still the greatest regular season record of all time. I mean, a lot of stuff going for them. And Cavs were down 3-1 in this series. The series looked like a wash before they got into it. And then, they just won game after game. At game 6, they really put on a great performance. I remember there was Steph Curry ejections and all that. He's throwing the mouth guard. They're frustrated. You could tell the series was turning in that game 6. The Draymond Green suspension was big in game 5 too. Who knows if they win if he's not suspended. But, that game 7, it was just so neck and neck. You couldn't keep your eyes off it. LeBron gets that crazy block. There was like a stretch where nobody scored for like 3 minutes. And those are always the craziest basketball games because it's the defensive battle. And then Kyrie separates it, hits that crazy shot. It was insane. The post game, like after the Cleveland, this is for that. One of the greatest series of all time, definitely the best within these 11, and that's why that's kind of where my list is on it.